Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
And this is the Insider Report.
So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey, good morning there, Kat.
Hey, Bruce.
Didn't get blown across the road.
We were just talking about those gale force winds that we had yesterday. That was pretty intense. But I had to go out and run some errands on Sunday, and I thought I was going to get blown away there for a second. My car doors are whipping open. I'm being careful, who I park near. I'm like, get
You feel it real good coming across the bridge when I was coming to the studio. That's when I kind of feel the car going, hey, hello.
Nothing.
Hey, we got a little bit. And I was saying out of my place, and it rocks a little bit. You hear a little bit when it's out there, a good gust will hit. And it's but yeah, we got some crazy weather going on.
Yeah, this is nuts.
Yeah.
But on Saturday, it was still rainy and gross, don't get me wrong. We went out and we saw Crossing Over, the Bruins Drama play that's happening at high school.
Cool.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a fun little story about ghost hunters and whether they're real or not and how exploitative some of them may be. But leaving it, maybe there is kind of thing. But it was a fun comedy. And it had some really good moments. Actually, a shout out to Lily Sandifer, did a great job at this really high emotion scene. She killed it. So shout out to that kid. And they're doing a great job. So there's another
I think they got another weekend we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
So,
good.
We enjoyed ourselves.
All
Go
right.
support youth theater, please.
See, when you get
say for that.
Yeah,
Go
when you
support
get
these
like
kids.
that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When we're sitting there talking about it, and she goes, I went. Or if I went to something like that, we're sitting there going, hey, it's good. Guess what? Odds are it's good.
Yeah, they need your support. Go support those kids.
That's great. Yeah, and how the rehearsals go for yours? You doing good?
Yeah, still rehearsing. Opening March 7th. And they all have their team jerseys now because half of the cast is a softball team. And so they have their own customized team jerseys that Pithitude printed for them. And then we're pulling together the Professor Diabolical outfit for the guy who runs the escape room. He's got this evil professor persona. He's got this evil laugh that he does. But got to get him a lab coat and get him into some steampunk goggles and stuff. So yeah, all that sort of stuff. It's Tech Week, so that's all coming together.
Oh, great. Yeah, because that'll be coming
always
up
a good time.
One of these days too and everything like that. Well, I don't know. Jason probably accounted it, but I got to deal with Junior. I knew there was something wrong when the teacher sent an email saying she wasn't going to be in. And then she said she wasn't going to be in another day. Monday, and then she wasn't going to be in on Tuesday of 2 weeks ago. And then Wednesday, she didn't come in. I was like, uh-oh. And Junior got that influenza A stuff that was going. We got a little epidemic going on out there, folks. It's taking our school out really good, but it's taking some of us older folks too. But it's the kids. I took him in on the following Tuesday because Monday was off school and off work, and he seemed like he was doing better. But then Monday night he didn't. So I was going, well, I'm just taking you in on a Tuesday because I want to make sure that you're groovy, and everything like that. So went in on Tuesday to the ER. And he was groovy. It was fine. They gave him a little something to keep things down, a little pill that tastes like, berries or whatever. He couldn't even keep water down and stuff like that. So he was having a problem. But he didn't take no damage from it. He was fine and everything. But yeah, they told me it was influenza A, and it was going around big time. And I go, this was Tuesday now. So I was surprised I didn't see any other kids in here, to the nurses. And they're like, oh, if you were here yesterday, it looked like the pediatric ward in here. I guess
flies.
Well, because everybody was off work, out of school. So they all just hit the hospital ER room. So we got a little thing going on there. So that's what I got to deal with. He's doing beautiful now. And I slid right by it, but thank goodness I work at home and everything like that.
Wash your hands, folks.
Just keep washing your hands and keep it clean. And, even when you're around it like I was exposed, as long as you keep it clean, I didn't get hit at all with it. So I'm good. But, so we got to go through that. And I just told him, I go, well, that's what life is all about. He goes, man, they should have just closed the school all the way down. And I go, well, they kind of want everybody to get sick because it's called developing your immune system. So, it is what it is. But yeah, hey, a whole week though, he was taken down. So and I guess that's going through. So that's what we got to deal with. So there you go. That was it. So I hope everybody went out and did something this weekend and didn't have to deal with a sick child and had some fun out there like Kat did. Yeah, that's right.
I looked out.
Before we get going, I'd like to thank the Oregon South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as the Castaways, Just the Jeweler, and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. And if you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, you just go to kciw.org. You will be on your merry way. Speaking of those castaways, our favorite castaways on board here with us, Brother Dave Kuehn with the fishing report. And as we said, he's not in a boat. So that means you shouldn't be in a boat out there.
No, we're in port today.
Yes, you're right. How's things going, though?
Crazies out there. Well, let's see.
When you can get out.
When we can get out, right?
Yeah.
Well, we still have the bottom fish. That's doable when you can get out.
Yeah.
We had 4 rockfish and 2 lingcod. I was able to get those about 2 weeks ago. I got my fishing fix, went out and got those. So that was nice. The river's really slow for steelhead. We're having a difficult time reaching our goal of steelhead broodstock for the hatchery. We've got 57 fish at this point. We're shooting for 100. We usually be at 100 by now, but it's slow. But it is slow up and down the coast and other rivers as well. What are the reasons? I mean, there's so many things you can talk about with the number of predators that are out there. And then, of course, climate change is always mentioned a lot. But for whatever reason, we're down on numbers as far as steelhead. However, the Chinook salmon run was a good run for us. So we had what they call escapement. A lot of adults came back to spawn back in September, October. So that bodes well for the future.
Very cool.
The halibut seasons have been set, so we are going to have a good halibut season like we did last year. The same quota, which is good. We will open up May 1st for Pacific halibut, and we'll have a 2 fish per day limit. And normally it's 1 fish per day, but they feel the numbers are so good out there in the ocean that we'll have a 2 fish per day limit to start the season, which would run all the way to October 31st. So May 1st through October 31st, Pacific halibut. You do get the max number you can keep in one season. It is 6. So we should do well on that.
Looking fish.
And there are going to be some big fish this year.
Yeah, so you holding that one last year. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now, there is salmon talk already. California has their meeting on Wednesday. This is their first public meeting where people can chime in and tell California what they think and what they'd like to have for a season. Then I'm going to Newport on Friday for the Oregon preseason meeting, representing our area here to talk about salmon and what kind of season we might get in the future. Then in March, the Pacific Fisheries Management Council, called the PFMC, they meet in March for 1 week, and they'll come up with 3 alternatives for our ocean salmon season. And then that'll be public knowledge, and you can give input on that. Then in April, at their next PFMC meeting, they will select one of those alternatives.
Well, come on for July. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what's happening, I think, in the fishing world at the moment.
Sweet. You guys got a meeting coming up?
We just had a meeting last week. It was great.
Yeah.
Great attendance. I think we had almost 60 people. We packed the library, so that was nice.
Yeah. People are interested. Yeah.
I was trying to think if there was something else, but ask me another question.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll jog my memory. Oh, yeah, I did speaking of the storm, I did go down to the port today just to take a look.
Yeah.
And it's really nasty out there, as you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And there's actually a storm warning flag that is up at the Coast Guard station. You don't see that very often. The storm warning flag is a square flag with a black square inside it. Yeah, a square red flag with a little black square inside it. That's a storm flag.
Pay attention to that bad boy.
Yeah.
Then you won't end up like that guy on Facebook that I was talking about.
Right.
That barely made his butt back in. Jeez. So. All right. Well, cool. Always good to have you on board, my friend. Mm-hmm. And
pleasure.
Is it time to go dancing now?
Yeah. We're going to go line dance. We did ballroom yesterday, and we did the tango.
Sweet. Nice.
That's kind of fun.
Did you go?
I'm going.
Get down.
Scoring points. But good to see you, Kat and Bruce.
Yep. You too. Always a pleasure to have you on board there, brother.
All right.
Take care. Get out there. Happy fishing.
Bye-bye.
Sweet. Always good to hear what's going on out in the ocean there. Yeah,
absolutely.
When people can get out there.
Yeah, and when you can't get out there, you can go get your dance on, apparently.
Yeah. See,
I love it.
Indoor stuff. We got it all going on. So.
Deep.
Yeah. Well, now it's time to get into some music. You got a little bit bigger here because I'm getting those sketches.
It's starting up, yep. So we have the end of February, start of March here for the music schedule, starting with Cisco, playing on the 28th of February at the Chetco Activity Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Then on the 1st, 15th, 22nd, and 29th, he's at the Brookings Harbor Farmers Market from 10:30 to 1:30. On the 8th, he'll be at Chetco Grange from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on the 28th of March, he'll be at Chetco Activity Center. That's from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
Deja vu all over again. Mm-hmm. Hey, yes, we got Mike Powell. He'll be playing on the 28th of this month at Brookings Elks Lodge 6 to 8. Then on the 9th of March, he'll be at Augustino's, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then on the 28th, he'll be at Chetco Brewing Company, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
All right, and then Chetco Effect is playing on the 28th of February at Chetco Brewing Co., 6 to 8 p.m.
Yepper, and Misty Mountain Brewing, the music runs from 6 to 8. On the 28th, we've got Lon Goddard.
And then some dates here for Patty Ann playing on the 7th of March at Kuehn from 6 to 8. And then on the 21st, she'll be at Pete's Bar and Grill, new venue there, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, and then the Mighty Steelheads will be playing on the 7th and on the 22nd at Inoteca at 8 p.m.
And then Black GTO is playing on the 21st at Inoteca at 8 p.m. On the 22nd, they'll be at the Sound Lounge in Grants Pass. Music there running from 9 to midnight.
Yeah, so there you go. Good stuff. We'll have more next week. That's right.
Yep. And then we're going to talk about the weekly events coming up at the Chetco Library here in Brookings at 405 Alder Street. On Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m., new time there, please note that. 10:30 a.m. they have story time. That's stories, songs, and games for young children. Then at 1:30 on Tuesdays, they have a chair yoga class. It's a beginner's yoga class. It does focus on seated positions. Then on Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m., they have after-school activities. That includes homework help, a creation station, and snacks for school-aged kids. Then for Thursday weekly events at 1:30 p.m., they have another chair yoga class. At 4 p.m., they have more after-school activities. And then at 5:30 p.m., they have Easy Flow Yoga. This is also a beginner's yoga class. It includes standing positions, and they do note that you should be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor to participate in that one. Then on Saturdays at 1 p.m., they have Saturday Shuffle. That's Magic the Gathering and more. You can stop by the River Room every week where players can bring their favorite deck and play Magic the Gathering. Gamers of all kinds are also welcome to bring their favorite card or board games from their own collections or browse the library's games and find a crew to play with. And then at 1 p.m. on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays, they have Teens Teach Tech. Between 1 and 3 p.m., you can drop by the Library Annex Building, that's 402 Alder Street, with your device or your tech questions and get help from a trained cyber senior technology mentor. Their mentors are young people who have been trained to teach technology to older adults, and they're standing by to help with your smartphone, iPad, or computer. This free service is presented in partnership with Harmony and Me Music. And then for the end of February, some special events coming up. On the 26th at 1 p.m. Just a note here, that class is actually completely full for registration. So if you want to join in, you'll have to get on a wait list. That's 1 p.m. Art with Tori on Wednesday the 26th. And they're doing jelly plate art prints. These workshops are designed for crafters 18 plus. And these arts and crafts workshops happen the fourth Wednesday of every month. So there's always something to register for. And then also on the 26th of February at 5:30 p.m., there's the Look Back Book Club. In this new book club from the library, adults and older teens are invited to revisit the classic books from their childhoods and dare to ask themselves, how do they hold up now? Are they just as good, worse, or maybe even better than we remember? And this month, the group is reading and discussing The Secret Garden. For more info about library programs, you can visit chetcolibrary.org and check out their events calendar. Full details there. You can follow them for updates on Facebook, or you can always give them a call at 541-469-7738. And now it's time for quotes from famous people with Cousin Bruce.
Yeah, here are a few quotes from the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. He was born February 12, 1809. He says, "You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today." She goes, "My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth." He goes, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." And last but not least, he says, "You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time." Hey, I hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Abraham Lincoln with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, have a great one. There you go.
Twice. All right.
That's good, right? Yeah, I like that.
Well, I was talking about a play that I went to last weekend. There's one weekend left of it. Bruins Drama over at Brookings Harbor High School is presenting Crossing Over. You're invited to see the 4th annual Bruins Drama production Crossing Over by Laura Mazuka Toops. Join them as they watch a team of ghost hunters travel to a haunted house to solve a century-old murder. But are all of the ghost hunters looking for truth, or are some only looking for fame? This production opened February 21st. It's running until March 1st in the Brookings Harbor High School auditorium. The show times are Fridays at 7 p.m., and then they have 2 shows, Saturdays at 2 p.m. and also 7 p.m. on Saturdays. Note that there are no shows on Sundays. Tickets are on sale. You can get them ahead of time at the BHHS office. They're $12 for adults, $10 for students.
Yes, indeedy. And hey, Elk Valley Casino is presenting Thunder Rolls, a tribute to Garth Brooks by Chad Bushnell. This is happening on March 1st at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale in person at the Points Club booth or online in advance at www.etex.com and on the day of the event. Doors open 7 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Must be 21 or older to attend. And hey, its seating is first come, first serve. Right. Oh, yeah, there you go. Thunder Rolls.
All right. And then, hey, we have some announcements here from the American Red Cross. There's some Curry County February blood drives happening, and the need for blood is constant. Sometimes that need becomes critical. Since the beginning of the year, hundreds of blood drives have been canceled, and more than 16,000 blood and platelet donations have gone uncollected due to severe winter weather as well as wildfires. That's why the American Red Cross needs you. To make an appointment to give blood, they ask that you call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org. Again, that's redcrossblood.org. And coming up this week on the 26th from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., there's the blood drive happening at the Curry Public Library up in Gold Beach. Curry Library has about 28 out of 74 appointments filled at this time, so there are plenty of spots left. They're asking you to give something that means something. Please give blood.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeedy. That's very important nowadays, especially with the fires and everything going on and all that. We're working hand in hand with the Red Cross on that one, that's for sure. And Seaview Senior Living, located 98059 Gerlach Lane in Harbor, is presenting a talent show. This is happening on March 4th, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. They got singing, dancing, instrumentalists, sketches, magicians, acrobatics even. So there you go.
Hey, talent show. Yeah, talents. All right. And then the Chetco Community Public Library coming up in March is presenting 4 Shillings Short, a celebration of Ireland. This is happening on the 5th of March from 5:30 to 7 p.m. It's a free, community, family-friendly concert. And a celebration of Ireland takes the audience on a journey to the Emerald Isle with traditional toe-tapping tunes, songs in Gaelic and English, folklore, history, and Irish poetry. 4 Shillings Short, the husband-wife duo of Agdo Tuama from Cork, Ireland, and Christy Martin from California have been touring in the U.S. and Ireland since 1997 and bring musical diversity, captivating storytelling, and humorous side notes to create an amazing show.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, ecstatic dance at the Chetco Grange with Mistral. This is happening on the 5th of March, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. There is a fee for this, so they don't really give much information on it. So
but it's an ecstatic dance.
It's an ecstatic dance, so there you go.
All right. And then Legends Arcade is presenting an evening with Nicholas Sparkman on the 5th of March at 6:30 p.m. You're invited to meet and test your gaming skills with the creator of the board game Apothecary.
Yeah, there you go. And Elk Valley Casino Poker Classics coming up. 10,000 guaranteed Texas Hold'em Tournament. This is happening on March 8th, 4 p.m. See elkvalleycasino.com or stop by Paula Joe's Poker Room for complete details.
All right. And then we have a note here from the Brookings Recorder Ensemble. They're looking for people to join them in the exploration and enjoyment of playing music for the recorder. This group meets at the Chetco Activity Center on Wednesdays, and it happens from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Please bring your recorder and a music stand. Music will be provided.
That brought memory back for both of us.
Indeedy. Well, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
All right, g'day, Cat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's bit of real history for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know that a camel terrorized the Old West? It's true. And here's the story. Well, around the early 1880s, the stories began to spread across the territory of a giant red horse with a devil on his back. Well, the first report of this legend was from a ranch near Eagle Creek, located near the Arizona-New Mexico border, where a woman was reported to have been stomped to death by a strange-looking red-haired beast with a devilish-looking creature strapped to its back. Well, a few days later, a group of prospectors were awakened by the sound of thunderous hoofs and terrifying screams ripping through their encampment. And a few days after that, another report surfaced of the red ghost attacking another camp, turning over 2 freight wagons. At each location of the attacks, signs of the creature were present, including giant hoof marks that were much larger than a normal horse, along with traces of red hair. From there, the tales only got taller. One person reported that they witnessed the creature kill and devour a grizzly bear, while another claimed to have followed the red ghost only for it to vanish before his eyes. Well, the one thing that everyone agreed on was that the ghostly animal had a human skeleton on its back. The stories would continue for nearly a decade until a farmer eventually found it, a red camel grazing in his pasture. The farmer drew his Winchester rifle and dropped the animal with one shot. It is believed that the Red Grouse was a straggler camel that was released following the dissolution of the Army's Camel Corps. The camel's back was well scored from the rawhide used to fasten a man's corpse to its back. To this date, no one knows why or who secured the dead man or the skeleton to the camel's back, but the mystery of the Red Grouse was finally put to rest. I hope you enjoyed this week's bit of real history with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Till next time, always keep it real. Sometimes a little weird like that.
Weird still.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's a wild story. It fascinated me. I read that a long time ago, and then I saw on one of these Death Valley Days shows, they did a little tribute on it. It tells the true stories that happened back in the West. And I go, hey, I forgot about that. Would be an interesting bushwhacker.
Yeah,
that's a good one. People might know that story.
I hadn't heard that one.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for a little knowledge there.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Three Penny Theater Co. is presenting the teen comedy Escape Room. This comedy is opening on the 7th of March and running through the 16th of March. It's happening at the Brookings Event Center. That's located across the street from Les Schwab Tires next to Feather Nest at 800 Chetco Avenue in Brookings. And what is this play about? Well, let's tell you. The high school girls softball team has one last shot to make it to the playoffs. However, that doesn't seem likely since Wacy and Emma can't seem to stop fighting, and Riley and Kylie are so inseparable that they don't work with the rest of the team. So instead of scheduling extra practice hours before the big game, the coach forces the girls to participate in team-building activities. That's perfect for Professor Diabolical, as he's been rehearsing his evil laugh and is ready to have customers in his escape room. Unfortunately, his assistant Brad is more focused on a single member of the team than on minor details like clues and keys, so this is one team-building exercise that goes hilariously wrong. Escape Room again opens Friday, March 7th. It will run for 2 weekends on the following days and times. Fridays at 7 p.m. Saturdays, there's 2 shows, one at 2 p.m., one at 7 p.m., and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. Tickets are $15 for adults. Discounts are always available for seniors, students, veterans, and tickets can be purchased in advance at threepennytheater.com or at the door on the day of performance. Box office doors open 30 minutes before the start of each performance. And for more information about the play, tickets, or Three Penny's new special Free Penny Friday performances, which aim to make the arts affordable for all, you can call 541-251-0640, or you can send a message to contact@threepennytheater.com.
Free Penny Friday. I see y'all coming up with cool ideas.
Yeah. Well, nobody should go like, I can't afford to see a play. I guess I'm not gonna.
Yeah. People too, and you might get some more active.
Yeah, all are welcome. On our second Fridays, pay what you want.
Very cool. Oh, love it. Hey, the Chetco Grange is having a second Saturday sale. This is happening on March 8th, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. with music from Cisco and Lewis, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So there we go.
All right.
We're getting there.
And Winchuck Fire Department is having their 2025 Chiefs Annual Chili Cook-Off on the 8th of March from 2 to 7 o'clock. This is happening at the Salmon Run Golf Course. There's going to be live music with Danielle and Troy, a pie and pastry sale, some silent auction raffles, and you can get tickets and more information at winchuckfire.com.
Yeah, we got one more here. Every Child Curry is doing Explore Fostering. This is happening on the 11th at noon. Curious about foster parenting? Join their live panel. Ever wonder what it's really like to be a foster parent? Want to hear from experienced foster families about the joys and challenges of foster care in a no-pressure setting? Join them for a live panel discussion with knowledgeable local foster parents who will share their experiences and answer your questions. A local ODHS child welfare certifier will also be available to provide insights into the certification process. Whether you're just exploring the idea or actively pursuing certification, this event is designed for you. It is also a great opportunity to invite friends, family, or others who may support you on this journey. This is a virtual event open to residents of Coos and Curry counties. Registration is available on the Every Child Curry Facebook page or go to everychildoregon.org/curry, and you can receive the Zoom link. Don't miss this chance to learn, ask questions, and take the next step.
All right. Well, hey, Danaka down in Del Norte County has their 2025 performance series, and they're going to be presenting Waipuna, that's featuring Hawaiian music, on the 16th of March at 3 p.m. It's happening at the Crescent Elk Auditorium down in Crescent City, and you can get tickets in advance at eventbrite.com or at Del Norte Office Supply or Wright's Custom Framing.
Yeah, and hey, there's this last one here. I promise. The St. Patrick's Day pub crawl. Seaview Senior Living, located 98059 Gerlach Lane. They're starting to do some stuff there again. I like that. This is happening on the 17th, of course, St. Patty's Day, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Seaview Senior Living invites the community to join them in celebrating St. Patrick's Day with a pub crawl, with 3 pubs offering both alcoholic and not alcoholic beverages and pub-style snacks, music, photo booth, and more. Well, there we go. We got her out. Got her right to the last nitty-gritty. Very cool. Very cool. We got a lot coming up in March, so we're going to be busy. So we just got that flying fickle finger fate from the producers, and it's time to close out this week's show. Before we go, I'd like to give a shout-out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tom, for all the great work each week, helping us bring our show to the airwaves. And thank you all for tuning into this week's Inside Report. Please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows that they have to offer. You can catch all the show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And while you're there, hey, check out that live streaming that they offer as well. Hey, until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off. Hey, please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey, we'll see you out there.
Bam!
Love and the peace, not the germs. There you go.
Oh, gosh. Kidding.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.